her family is like 105 people. So like 100 people were like, no.
You've got one life to live.
Hi guys, welcome back to another video and welcome back to our channel Ras and Maze. We are back today with another video. We're going to be talking, I guess you guys have been waiting for this, but we're going to be talking on our parents' reaction to our relationship, just the entire thing. From us just being together to us getting married and everything.
And we thank you guys for all the positive comments you've given. To everybody that's subscribed, we thank you so much. And if you haven't, make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Yep.
Make sure you like the channel, comment, and follow us, and hit the bell notification so you get notified whenever we post a video.
So let's get started with this video. Do you want to start with your own part of the family, babe?
Yeah.
About like when you
Oh.
just don't talk when you're yawning.
I'm sorry.
I'm just saying.
At first, whenever I told my family about her, they weren't really like skeptical or anything about her being African. I don't think they quite understood like how African she was. But when we first started dating, you know, she was Muslim, so it was a concern of my parents, but it wasn't like a deal breaker. You know what I'm saying?
When you told your mom or your dad this, what did they say?
Well, they like my mom and dad know like there's good and bad people everywhere. So my mom was just like, you know, is she a good Muslim? You know.
I wanted to say what mom said. That's actually what I wanted to see you.
Oh, you want?
Yeah, I wanted to say
So
that.
I guess my mom was like, she's not like the blow yourself up kind of Muslim, is she?
Yeah,
And
that's what she said. She told me that.
you know, rightfully so, that was a concern of hers. But after, you know, I told her no, and she met Razmi, and my family met her.
Let me tell them how I met. Let me tell you guys how I met his mom. Okay. There was this one day that he did not go to work, and after work, cause we work night shift, so I got up early that day. I mean, I didn't stay over, so I got up around 5:30, 5:45, and I went to their house. And when I went to use the restroom, I guess she woke up to come and use the restroom, or no, she was going to the kitchen. That's where she was going. And I was about to open the door and get out, and as soon as I opened the door, I just bumped into her. I was so scared. I didn't know somebody was coming out or whatever, but that's how I met her. And she's so pretty.
So, I guess my parents' reaction was, you know, just, you know, making sure that she was a good person, first and foremost. And then after that, it was kind of like, you know, they just loved her. You know, they met her, they got to know her, and they fell in love with her, and they still love her.
Go ahead and continue what you're saying.
So, yeah, I mean, they just loved her. It wasn't surprising to me because I knew they would, you know, and I know my parents, so
Yeah.
as soon as they, you know, approved of her, it was kind of like, you know, just started dating.
What would you have done if they did not approve me? Like if they met me and they were like, no,
Still
amazing.
would have dated you.
I always ask him this question all the time.
She thinks I wouldn't have, but
I feel like he wouldn't.
okay.
If his parents were like strongly against not him dating me, he'll be like, I'm gone. But I don't know.
I don't think so. I think more than anything, I would have either kept it under the radar, but I wouldn't stop saying it.
Okay. So it gets spicy when it comes to my side.
Yeah.
That's where I think that's what made us build a relationship. Does that make sense? After everything, looking back, I feel like it made us really grow, trying to, you know,
As people.
yeah.
Yeah,
It made me grow,
yeah.
which I'm still growing and learning certain things because I haven't stopped making mistakes. You know, you guys should not think we're sitting here perfect. No, we're not. Okay, mind you guys should remember I told you guys when I met him, I was just out in the US for 5 months.
Not even. When
It
you met
was.
me, it wasn't 5 months.
It was. You know
It was
why?
5 months?
But yes, it was. I was home for 3 months and I started working for 2 months for my, remember when you stay on orientation? And then, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was, okay, I will never forget that.
Okay.
5 months, and then I met him. And then, you know, we started like, I would say, relationship within like, I was already either getting into 7 months. I was already like, we're already talking. Now, did my family like it? Nobody liked the idea, period. That's just how I'm going to put it. Nobody liked it. First of all,
the only people that liked it were your nieces
my
and
niece
nephews
and cousins,
here in America.
they really don't have much like that.
Yeah.
I didn't, because they live their life. But I was also thinking to myself, like, what am I doing? But I could not help it. So I really kept it on the low for a little bit when we just started talking. Till one day my niece came into my room and saw me talking on the phone, and she was like, who are you talking to? So that's when like I just told her. And then me and her were like, how are we going to tell everybody? Because this is not going to be easy. And then when I told them, it was my sister, it was a no. She didn't want to hear anything yet. And now that I look back, it's good that we're doing this video right now, because if we were like recording by that time, I feel like we'll be so naive with what we're saying. Does that make sense? And so first of all, she was like, you need your school, you need this, you don't know nobody out here, you don't know these people, you don't know what anybody's capable of out here, you don't know nothing out here. And I knew nothing. So what are you talking about? You have a no. She was just like, I'm out and you're not going to do it. So yeah, I'm out and you're not going to do it. Nobody was in support of it at all. So that's just how it from the beginning, it just started being really tough. So, but guess what? We're still doing, you know, we're still doing sneaking around.
At first, she couldn't drive.
Yeah, I did not have a car,
First
of all.
Drive,
and I could not drive too. So
yeah.
we only saw each other at work. And time went by and went by. It was really difficult because even like back home, nobody was, because if my family here does not like what I'm doing, of course nobody back home will like it, because everybody here knows what's going on, but they don't know like the real situation, like what's going on, you know. So till like we just saw each other at work, and it was getting really difficult. Even when I got a car, I didn't want to like go and see him without nobody knowing that I went to see him. So it was still, I was not doing that. Every weekend I would just stay at home. I would not do that. I would just stay at home. And oh guys, so with that being difficult for us to see each other like that, it got to a point where like we broke up like how many times? We broke up like almost, I think he broke up with me like 2 times.
Yeah, 3-4 times.
Yeah, and I broke up with him two times.
And it wasn't like,
it wasn't that we didn't love each other. We say one like,
it got really hard at certain points, like, because imagine being with somebody that you can't be with.
Yeah, that's
you know
how
what I'm saying? Or wanting to be with somebody you can't be with, and you see them every day, but outside of that 8 hour or like 30 minutes that you get to see with each other, because she worked in another department, so
yeah,
maybe a total of 1 hour
that we just he got in trouble for even like
I would get in
to
trouble
see me because he has to work.
Really, it's like a total of like 30 minutes a day. And then on the weekends, you know, it's like we just get to talk on the phone.
Yeah, we'll sit on the phone, talk. And he didn't even like to talk on the phone.
I don't like talking on the phone.
Oh my god.
Still don't.
Yeah, he still don't. He don't do talking on the phone for a long time with people. No, it better be that serious. But it just kept on going and going, and it became so difficult. It was so difficult. Oh my gosh. So we ended up, we like the last time that we broke up, we always say like we just kind of have a break. That's what we would say. And we'll have that break and we'll think, you know, with that break we can end up breaking up. But it didn't work. We did that and it did not work. We'll still come back. He'll text me like, hey, are you okay? And I'll be like, yeah, are you okay? And that's how like we just start talking back again and talking and starting to do other things. And I'll always and I ended up like moving out.
Okay. Let's back it up. So we've talked about your family here's reaction, your sister's reaction here. What was your mom and dad's reaction? This was my mom and my dad's reaction. If my sister, I would regard them as okay. It's hard for you guys to get that if I say it that way. If my sister and her husband don't approve of what I'm doing here, they don't want to hear it. They don't approve of it. That's just
how my parents are. So I tried so, like, even when it was not being approved here, I tried so hard to talk to them for them to understand the whole thing, but they were not in it. They were like, we are not out here. You don't expect us to just tell you to go ahead and do something that people who are responsible for you don't want you to do. It don't work like that. So they were not interested in it. They said no. They did not like it at all. So now I will bring these concerns why they were not like, they did not really like the relationship. First of all, I feel like it was early. You know, I was out here for 5 months, I said earlier. And then the thing, I don't know this person. And do I think it was because he's white too? I think I will not say that as a part too fast, but I think people back home was thinking that way. But my family out here, they were not thinking of that part. I would say they were just skeptical because of the fact that he's American. That's how I would just say it. Not because he's white.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? And then it went further. They were also skeptical because of who he was when I met him.
Who I was.
Yeah, they heard your story, babe.
Oh,
Yeah, that was where they were like, no, there's no way. I don't know if one day he will want to share his past with you guys, but that's something that is up to him. But his past was something that it was, for every parent will be skeptical with that, you know, especially having a girl child that like me, and I come from a very, very, very protective family. If I never told you guys that, I'm the little one among 15. So they were it was just a no. They really didn't want to hear anything. Especially my sister, no, she was like, no, you don't know what you're doing, because if you know what you're doing, you will not be doing this. Not in America, you know. And when I look back, I understand her very good. I kind of understand now that I know the system and everything. I understand her really good, but I cannot walk out of my path. Cut it off, babe. Who is that?
I don't know.
Yeah, cut it off. Call them back later. They can answer. And now that I understand the system, I can really relate now to what they were trying to tell me. But I could not walk away from what is meant to be. That's how I can put it. So yeah, it continued. And we ended up engaged. And when he engaged me, I didn't know what to do. Because with time, everything kept on getting better. So, you know, I think I hurt my family in a way, but I just feel like I had to do what I could do. And I ended up hurting people in my family for doing that, you know, and I apologize for it. I apologize for it. But we ended up being engaged, and I didn't know what to do. I just text messages and send like my ring. And they called me and they were like, why are you sending a message with this type of news? Do you know what that means? So you're going to marry him? I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I'm going to marry him. They're like, okay. Have you told your parents? I was like, no. And then I told them, they're like, what is that? We don't do engagement. But it was to a point where like they just, yeah, it was really tough. It was to a point where I was doing everything without telling nobody at this point. At this point, nobody knew what was going on with my life. I was just doing, when it came to him though, any other thing they knew, but when it came to him, I'm not telling nobody. I kept it to me. Mm-hmm. I was just doing what I thought was right. I tried my best to do what was right. And he really, really wanted to meet my family. And me, the way I grew up, you don't go to meet a family if you're like not wanting to marry them. You don't bring a man and say, this is my boyfriend. We don't do that. So when he wanted to meet my family so bad, I didn't understand like why was he wanting to meet my family. But I understood the fact that, oh, I've met their parents and to them it's okay. So I explained to him like, we don't do it like that. You only meet family when you know your purpose and you're really serious. and by saying that, it means it will not stay too long for you guys to really get married. So it was hard for me to go and be like, hey mom, hey dad, I have a boyfriend, or this is a guy I'm talking to, stuff like that.
I spoke to your mom before though, while we were dating.
I know. Do you remember what she told you? Did you remember?
She's talking about what Yaya said.
My mom told him this. I will thank you for reminding me that, babe. Because that day was so hard. I was like, I don't know what to do. I was like, you know what? He's right here. Just talk to him. My mom said this. If you start something and it's going like this from the beginning, it's not going to work. That's what my mom said. I said, if it's yours, you don't have to go. You don't have to go about it this way for it to work. So please, I'll really beg you to leave my daughter.
That's what she said?
Yeah, she said that. She was like, she said it in a nice way. She was not trying to be mean, but she was just saying that you both are not doing it right, and which means it will not end up right. Does that make sense? Yeah. She was not saying in a rude way at all. And
I mean, I remember talking to her, and I remember her saying, like, you know, if it's this hard, you know.
Yeah, because she was like, if
she was
you
like,
come
y'all
to
can
pay
try,
the dowry,
but it won't work.
Yeah.
And stuff, yeah.
She said, because if you come to pay her dowry and they don't accept, then you are not accepting, then you can't marry her. That's what my mom said. I was like, this is really getting, yeah. When it came to my dad, I could not even like be talking to my dad about it, because like my dad, it's what does my dad you can't tell my dad certain kind of things. It will really aggravate like his sickness. What is his sickness? I don't want to say it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that.
Age.
Yeah, with his age too. So I didn't want to be telling my dad certain things. But it went down, and at the end of the day, 2 weeks before, after they said about the engagement, I told my family we were going to get married 2 weeks before we got. Was it 2 weeks or even a week?
I can't remember.
It was 2 weeks before we got married. Yeah, that's what we did. And they were like, "You're getting married." It was to a point where, like, because everything, even with me becoming a Christian, and me marrying him was not the most difficult part that I dealt with too much. The part where I was becoming a Christian was the most difficult part that I dealt with, really. Like, that was something that, it was killing me, but I didn't die. So yeah, God is great.
And
happily ever
here to
after.
stay. I've always said, I think whenever we have a child, the child will bring about an energy and a love that is undeniable. And everyone in the family is going to be like, you know, we can't, you know, like, I believe once a child's brought into the world, once God decides to bring a child into this world through us, you know, everyone on both sides of the family will see how God has blessed this union, and, you know, the potential in it. So yeah, with that being said, guys, that's it. I gotta get to work. I'm running a little late, but it was all well worth it. We got to share our story with you guys and talk to y'all. So once again, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe and comment, like, and share, and let us know what you guys think or what you want to see, or if you have any other comments on videos you would like for us to do.
Comment in the comment
about
section.
our story or my story or her story. You know, they're pretty deep. So
I think his story is very inspiring.
yeah. So that being said, we will see y'all
in our next video.